This clip is brought to you by SaveWithConrad.com.
Yeah, no, you didn't. Look at that, man. You talk about people throwing themselves down, it's going to hurt. I was thinking about when Ric Flair was slapped by Ricky Morton, how he fell down on,
You know what's funny? When you go back and you watch that clip of Rick taking that bump, he went to throw himself down, but realized, hey, I'm going to hit this podium.
Mm-hmm.
He adjusted his fall midway to make sure that he didn't fall on anything.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. I think Gallows had a song years ago. Daddy was a fall down man.
Mm.
It's quite a skill to learn how to do that.
I didn't know Doc Gallows sang.
No, I think his buddy did, but I think he helped write the lyrics because, as you know, Gallows is a fall down man.
Whew.
But I think the gimmick is when you get past like 6'5", you get to fall down a little less.
Yeah.
So like you at your stature, you'd be flying all over the place.
Yeah, I get that.
Hey, can I tell you that I got something kind of major happening this weekend?
Please.
Actually, I guess it's next weekend.
Okay.
Pondwater Dave's coming to visit. Yeah, let me just tell you, let me give you a spoiler. Megan is not exactly happy about this.
Mm-hmm. Has Pondwater Dave ever met Lauren Yaffe in person?
I hope not. There's going to be paperwork involved when it does.
Okay.
Pondwater Dave, just to give you some context for those of you who are listening who don't know him, he's the type of guy who would get his stimulus check from the government, take it to the worst strip club you've ever seen, and find a toothless wonder in there, and he'd get about 5 Miller High Lifes deep and start pitching her on how he's ready to take her away from all this. That's Pondwater Dave.
God bless him. You, if nothing else, you've opened my eyes to
quite a cast of characters.
Lord have mercy.
What if I told you there was a television show in development right now about that cast of characters?
Would not surprise me.
That's happening. Hey, I also want to mention too that Dave Milliken, famed belt maker, he has the best Pondwater Dave impression of all time.
Wow.
And I will do it for you before the show goes off the air today. But if I do it right now, then you'll be ready for it and it won't be as funny.
Yeah.
But if I just hit it later, just out of the blue, you'll appreciate it much more.
These two guys are tearing it up here, buddy, as we would expect.
Yeah. And I would love to see right now in 2021, the real life Taz take on the real life Arn Anderson. Who would you put your money on?
Wow. I don't know. Taz pretty much of a shooter. Arn Anderson was a worker.
I still think Arn's got him.
Okay. Maybe I'll try to draw that up backstage next time I'm in Jacksonville.
And just set your phone up where I can see. Just record it and send it to me. I would love to see them go back and forth.
Did just say, all right, Taz, Arn, just hypothetically, Conrad and I were talking on an edition of an episode of WHW. And Arn Anderson in his prime and Taz in his prime, who would go over and why? And just set up the phone and have them talk back and forth.
Oh my God.
Wouldn't that be great?
Tremendous.
There, you know, one of the things that's great about what I do is stories backstage,
right?
Not stories that are happening in current time, but stories that the guys are telling.
Yeah.
And we've also discovered now that Paul White is one of the best storytellers in the world backstage.
Dude, he has incredible delivery.
Yeah.
He knows, I don't know if it's from just hanging in locker room all these years or if he just was born with it, but he has incredible delivery.
Yeah. And he is doing such a wonderful job with the young talent. These kids hang on his every word. And backstage, he knows it, and he'll tell stories, and he'll talk to them about that. He really is doing a good job of being a mentor to these kids. Really a great job. Some guys, You know, some guys are good at it. Some guy, he's the best at it. I've seen him. He'll even talk to kids when we do elevation. He'll even talk to kids as the match is over and, you know, we're going to the next match. As they're walking back, he'll talk to them, ask them how they're doing. I mean, he is just so into their careers, and it has just been wonderful to have him with us. It's such a great hire for more than just, you know, on camera reasons.
Right.
Yeah. And I didn't know this side of Paul. I did not. I completely missed the Big Show career. I did. I remember the Giant, right? So I didn't, and now he's a completely different person than I remember. But he certainly got an education, man.
He went from breaking in to being in.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Exactly right. He sure did.
What a cool career he had too. You know, this is a guy who had a match with Floyd Mayweather at WrestleMania.
Yeah.
I know some of our listeners can, you know, say blah, blah, blah. But as far as the mainstream,
right.
That's a pretty big deal, man.
Yeah. Had his own series on Netflix.
Yeah.
His own sitcom.
He knows a thing or two about a thing or two.
Yeah, he does. Just wow. Wow, what a hire.
It makes you wonder too, and I'm not trying to shit on, that's not my deal here, but how does WWE let him get away? Like,
I don't know.
I don't know if that says more about WWE or just the nature of relationships, you know, that just eventually both sides maybe just get to where they're like, oh, this is so exhausting. Whatever. You know what I mean? Just
because he's bigger than life, literally.
Yeah.
And he and I were talking about this the other day. I was telling him the story. It's a Heenan story, and I think we're getting ready to have some sort of finish here. Yeah, there you go.
Hey, it's Conrad Thompson. Thanks for checking out the podcast here on YouTube. Be sure to hit the subscribe button and the notifications bell so you get a notice anytime we upload some new content. And go save yourself some money right now. If you're in a 30-year loan or you have credit card debt, it's not a matter of if I can save you money. It's a matter of how much. Find out right now for free at SaveWithConrad.com.